answer just
Buzz
buzzes
in.
in.
Exactly right.
If there's some time, can we use like G-chat, like in their email to talk between team members? No?
No. So we right
Okay.
now, just simply because that two buzz rule, once you introduce someone who buzzed in twice and they could continue to help on the other answers, that can get into a dicey situation of
Got it.
someone answering
Okay.
more than twice is the main reason
And
behind
we
that.
and we also can't tell if you're chatting with each other or Googling the answer.
Right. I
Got it.
unfortunately, and I'll say it, we are live over on YouTube in living color. We have had people cheat in the past, so it stinks. There have been people who have clearly cheated, like very openly. I'll tell you when we're not streaming the very specific example, and then we know there are two other people who we know cheated. We don't have them pinpointed, but can tell by very specific actions that they were Googling answers while playing. It's absurd.
All to win
Yeah.
the $10 million prize.
Exactly right. It's like quiz show all over again.
Some
But-
people just really want to win,
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess that's one way to look at it. It's like a kid cheating like fourth grade dodgeball. You know, like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? So Caitlin, let's see. You said two people are on their way. Okay.
Yeah, Angela's here. We're just waiting for David.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get started momentarily once David's here. Angela, if you see it's tpt.mykaplan.tv is the buzzer web address. You can either do it on your phone or on your computer. If you have dual monitors, it's probably easier to do on your computer. Everyone's phones time out after a minute, and then it can cause some connectivity issues. But tpt.mykaplan.tv, and then the game code is 683. And I have to ask, are you fans of the Marvel character Loki, or are you just playing on words here? Or the Norse god of mischief in general?
So David had mentioned that when we were trying to come up with the names, we're like, I don't know. So Christy, our other player who's not here today, she's out of town. She was Googling a bunch of play on words Avengers type because he loves the Avengers. And I'm like, sure, why not? So that's what she came up with, and that was our favorite.
Yep, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's up there for team name of the year, which we probably should do, Kathleen. We should probably put in
Yeah.
a poll, and you can win absolutely nothing except for the pride of having the best team name. But again, so for pub trivia, I will make sure to keep track of those 5, but it's going to be like 3 sets of 5 in the first round, 3 sets of 5 in the second round. I will point out there are some that I have to toss out because of the way the questions are formed aren't as clear as they should be. So I might start reading one and toss that out. The thing I say where Kathleen razzed me on our training session is I mispronounce foreign words often. So if I feel like I'm mispronouncing something, a name, a city, a term, I will spell it out. So I'll say it, I will spell it, and then go back through. I will read each question twice and then count down from 5 to 1. That is your time to answer. If you buzz in before I'm finished asking the question, I'll stop right there. So you don't get the rest of the question if you buzzed in. And then if you get it wrong, say, Brian, you buzzed in early, you get the question wrong, which isn't going to happen, I know. But you get the question wrong. The other team, I will read it in full for the other team to hear the entire question before going. Hey, David.
Hello.
So the web address for the buzzer is tpt.mykaplan.tv.
Looks like he's already in there.
Oh, awesome. All right, let's do a quick test buzz, and then we'll get started. Drew, can you give me a test buzz? Awesome. Brian? Henry? Jeff? Awesome. Caitlin? Angela? And David? Awesome. So I'll remind you of the rules as we go through the first round, just to keep them fresh on your mind. We are here to have fun. I don't know if you've noticed I'm somewhat snarky, so don't be afraid to enjoy. Trash talking is welcome. Just stay muted. So we just want to see you trash talking while no one can hear you. All right. We're going to start with 5 pub trivia questions. These are worth 3 points apiece. Again, 3 points apiece here. And away we go. A laid-back Hawaii native, folk rocker Jack Johnson is famous for performing in what footwear? A laid-back Hawaii native, folk rocker Jack Johnson is famous for performing in what footwear? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be flip-flops. Flip-flops. Context clues. Context clues. Up next. Patellofemoral pain syndrome is an unpleasant sports injury commonly known as what? Patellofemoral pain syndrome is an unpleasant sports injury commonly known as what? 5, 4, 3, 2. Brian?
Tommy John injury.
That is incorrect.
No.
That is usually called a torn UCL, ulnar collateral ligament. I will read one more time for low-key winners to potentially steal. Patellofemoral pain syndrome is an unpleasant sports injury commonly known as what? So you can come off mute here in Zoom and discuss your potential answers or to pass. Caitlin, Angela, and David.
As I say, I would go with pass. I'm not sure I have any idea here on this one.
What is that called when you run a lot and the top of your shins hurt? Shin splints?
Yes.
Because the femoral, well, no, hold on. I'm thinking of like is femoral artery a thing?
Yeah.
Or is femoral, I don't know.
Pass or play?
What do you guys want to do?
I would say if you have a guess, Caitlin, I'd say go with it.
You want to do shin splints?
Yes.
Go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Final
Do
answer?
I need a buzz?
No, you can say just final answer. That is incorrect as well.
Okay.
It is the right area of the body. It's runner's knee. Runner's knee. So the other side of shin splints.
The ouchies. The ouchies.
The ouchies. Right. Yes. It's also known as the ouchies.
Pain.
Up next, third question. In the popular abbreviation FAQ, the letter A stands for what? Jeff.
Asked.
Asked is correct. Nice enunciation, too. Getting that K heard. Appreciate that. My kids do not say the K, and it's always funny. Moving on to the fourth question. A large bridge spanning the New River Gorge is depicted on the commemorative quarter of what U.S. state? A large bridge spanning the New River Gorge is depicted on the commemorative quarter of what U.S. state? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be West Virginia. West Virginia. And last in this set of 5. Patients who elect to have malar augmentation, M-A-L-A-R, augmentation surgery, wish to increase the size of their what? Patients who elect to have malar augmentation surgery, M-A-L-A-R, wish to increase the size of their what? 5, 4, 3, 2. Caitlin? Unmute.
Sorry, something with their ears, hearing?
That is incorrect. Minus 3 points. Pass it over to Endangered Species for a potential steal. You can come off mute and discuss. I'll read it one more time. Patients who elect to have malar, M-A-L-A-R, augmentation surgery, wish to increase the size of their what?
I mean, there's only a certain number of things you want to increase the size of.
I don't know if you can say it.
And two of them are.
Remember, we're being recorded, Foss.
Yes. HR is watching.
I don't want to say something teeth related.
We can pass though, right?
You can
and not
pass.
get negative points.
I would
Should we
say pass. Yeah.
You're thinking molar, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what malar, what part of the body that is. I mean, the only thing I can think of is like your pecs, or but I don't want to guess it and be wrong.
Pass,
All right, so you're gonna
Okay.
pass. You're all in the right area of the body. It's cheek augmentation. Cheek augmentation. Why I don't know.
Facial cheek
I'm assuming right. I am
augmentation.
assuming facial cheek. I may be wrong there, so we can look that up later. I'm sure that Google search will really work out well for me in my career here. Let's go next set of 5, so everybody can buzz again twice. In the popular children's song "On Top of Spaghetti," what causes the singer's meatball to roll off the table? In the popular Drew.
Somebody sneezed.
That is correct for 3 points. On to...
Well done.
A largemouth angler specializes in catching a variety of what fish? Jeff.
Bass.
Bass is correct.
We've got a tie score.
We have that. It's 6 to -6, Kathleen. -6.
Listen, I can see the minus.
Okay, fair. We are mathematicians here on TPT. Up next, Patty Hearst, Eddie Van Halen, and John McEnroe all voiced callers on what TV sitcom? Patty Hearst, Eddie Van Halen, and John McEnroe. Oh, Drew.
Crank Yankers?
Crank Yankers is a great reference, but is incorrect. -3 points. Pass it over to low-key winners. Patty Hearst, Eddie Van Halen, and John McEnroe all voiced callers on what TV sitcom?
I have no idea, guys. What do you think?
Crank Yankers was going to be my guess, but I don't know now.
Okay.
I have no
Angela.
clue. No.
We're going to pass.
You're going to pass.
Pass.
Yeah.
I guess I'm showing my age, which is very depressing. But Frasier. Frasier
Yeah,
was this
I
show.
knew the answer
Frasier.
too. Which I don't know. It's okay.
I love that show.
There you go.
Mm.
In the popular diet book, Eat Right for Your Type, what is the type the author wants you to eat right for? In the popular diet book, Eat Right for Your Type, what is the type the author wants you to eat right for? Jeff.
Blood type.
Blood type is correct for 3 points. Final one in this set of 5. Jeff, you've buzzed twice, so you cannot buzz on this question. And actually, Drew, you've buzzed twice as well, right? You got the first one right, and then you got that one wrong, so you cannot buzz. Last one, though. A late-night talk show that debuted on TBS in 2009, The Lopez Show, was hosted by whom? Hey, David.
George Lopez.
George Lopez is correct. Next set of 5. Payola is a type of illegal payment typically associated with what industry? Payola is a type of illegal payment typically associated with what industry? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The fact that there's crickets makes me scared, but music, radio.
Radio,
sorry.
exactly. The radio industry, record labels would pay for their albums to be played on local radios, and the DJs would make extra money, and then that was deemed illegal.
Are we in a new round now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
In the popular drink bubble tea, the little pearls or boba that gather at the bottom are typically made from what? Drew.
Lychee?
That's not the answer I have here. I will confirm. I'm going to say no for now. -3 and pass it over to low-key winners for a potential steal. In the popular drink bubble tea, little pearls or boba that gather at the bottom are typically made from what?
I have no idea. Drew, Angela, do you know?
I've got
No.
nothing.
Or not Drew, excuse me. Drew, sorry. David. Sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm not sure either.
Okay.
That's a pass.
I'm
We'll pass.
confirming I have the right answer in front of me. Tapioca. Tapioca is the answer. All right. Let's see. 3 more to go. A leghorn is a type of what animal? A leghorn is a type of what animal? Jeff.
Chicken.
Chicken is correct. Everybody remembers Foghorn Leghorn, I'm sure, from Bugs Bunny cartoons. Very strange character when you look at him at 2021, but nonetheless, I'm sure you all remember him. Pectin, P-E-C-T-I-N, pectin, a water-soluble carbohydrate, is an important ingredient in what dessert? Pectin, Henry.
Is it Jello?
It is, in fact. Jello, jelly are the acceptable answers here. Jello and jelly. All right, final one. In the popular In the popular Ice Age movies, the acorn-obsessed character Scrat is what type of fictional beast? Drew.
Squirrel?
I need a little bit more.
Type of fictional beast?
Yes. I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway here, Mayor Ward, but try to give me there's some characteristic about him that is fictional. Do you remember?
I guess I don't.
All right, I'm going to award
I don't know what particular.
It is a squirrel. That does not make it fictional, but I'm going to award here in the first round. Second round, I'd probably be a little bit stricter. He is a saber-toothed squirrel.
Oh.
A saber-toothed squirrel.
If you said the teeth, would that have
Yes.
worked? Or
Yes.
Okay.
But again,
Hey.
I'm going to award for this round, and then next round I'd be a little bit stricter on the answers. All right, so that's
And we can't help with that once
correct.
he's
Correct.
Okay.
Once
I wanted
once
to
he's
make sure.
buzzed, he's on his own. He's off on his own. All right, we
Sounds
go to Jeopardy. So this is boards from an actual episode of Jeopardy. I'm going to read you the category title, tell you how much the point value is, and then read the clue. Okay? So again, if I feel like I'm mispronouncing something, I will spell it. If for whatever reason I need to replace a clue, mainly because there is a video, audio, or visual clue attached to it, it's called a surprise substitution. I'll just simply go to a different category, the same point value, and read you that clue. We're starting with famous names. Famous names is the category. This is for 1 point. Pablo Picasso was arrested and questioned about the 1911 theft of this famous painting from the Louvre. Pablo Picasso was arrested and questioned after the 1911 theft of this famous painting from the Louvre. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa. All right, continuing on. Famous names for 2. When the federal capital moved to this city in 1790, President Washington used a legal loophole to avoid freeing his slaves. When the federal capital moved to this city in 1790, President Washington used a legal loophole to avoid freeing his slaves. 5, 4, Henry.
Is it New York City?
It is not New York City, minus 2 points. Goes over to low-key winners for a potential steal. I'll read it one more time. When the federal capital moved to this city in 1790, President Washington used a legal loophole to avoid freeing his slaves.
So my best guess here is Philadelphia, but I don't know for certain.
That's what I was thinking. Do you guys just want to go for it?
Let's go for it.
Okay, perfect. Philadelphia.
You
Final answer.
only live once. Philadelphia is the correct answer for this clue. 2 points for low-key winners. Famous names, 3 points. British cartoonist James Gilray's depiction of this man helped give rise to the idea that he was short. British cartoonist James Gilray's. David.
Is it Napoleon?
It is Napoleon for 3 points. You're out of the negative hole. 10-2 the score. Famous names for 4 points. This 20th century president and his wife are both enshrined in the National Mining Hall of Fame. This 20th century president and his wife are both enshrined in the National Mining, M-I-N-I-N-G, Hall of Fame. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Had no idea about this one. Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover. Fun fact to know and tell. Use that at cocktail parties as you will. Famous names for 5 points. During World War I, this celebrity visited troops headed overseas and gave tips about how to get out of German handcuffs. Jeff.
Bob Hope.
Bob Hope is incorrect. Pass it over to low-key winners. During World War I, this celebrity visited troops headed overseas and gave tips about how to get out of German handcuffs.
I would say Harry Houdini. That's my guess.
Right. I don't have a guess, but do you want to go for it?
Let's go for it.
Okay, perfect. Harry Houdini, final answer.
Harry Houdini is correct. They're mowing the lawn at the local park right now. You can probably hear them passing by. Houdini is correct. Well done.
I'm guessing Bob Hope wasn't alive during World War
I think he was
I.
alive. I just don't
He
think
was just a baby.
Yeah, he wasn't quite touring yet. All right, up next is 11-letter words. 11-letter words. A pioneer in any field, perhaps as a Portland NBA star. A pioneer in any field, perhaps as a Portland NBA star. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be a trailblazer. A trailblazer. Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazer. 11-letter words. Daniel Webster declared, quote, liberty and union, now and forever, one and this word, like lovers who can't be kept apart. Daniel Webster declared liberty and union, now and forever, one and this word, like lovers who can't be kept apart. 5, 4. David.
Inseparable.
Inseparable is correct for 2 points. 11 letter words. The ninth sign of the zodiac. It's represented by a centaur. The ninth sign of the zodiac. It's represented by a centaur. David.
Taurus.
Taurus is incorrect, minus 3 points. 11 letter words. Potential steal here for endangered species. I'll read it again. The ninth sign of the zodiac. It's represented by a centaur.
Is it Sagittarius, do you think?
It has to
How
be
many letters is that?
11 letters, so that's...
I don't know how many.
Capricorn is an 11.
Pass or play?
Go with
Up
that,
to you guys.
Henry.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll say Sagittarius, final answer.
And you will be correct for 3 points.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go.
All
Good
right.
job.
And reminder, steals do not count as buzzes. So that doesn't count as an answer or anything like that as we go through. 11 letter words for 4 points. It's the act of raising someone to the position of a god to be worshipped. It's the act of raising someone to the position of a god to be worshipped. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're in before the final buzz. What do you got? You have to unmute.
Sorry, immortality.
Immortality is incorrect. That's minus 4 points. I'll read it one more time for endangered species to potentially steal. It's the act of raising someone to the position of a god to be worshipped.
Ascension is what I'm thinking.
That or
It
like
has-
divination.
Divination is like auguring.
Yeah, you're right.
Ascension isn't 11 letters.
No, it's
though.
not.
Hmm.
Would you like to pass or play?
But you know what is 4 letters? Pass.
Yes.
Good call.
So
All right.
we'll pass.
All right, sounds good. Idolization. Idolization. Our 5-point question does not exist, so I will have to go to a surprise substitution. The category is this and that. This and that. Solve for x. 4x plus 2 equals 50. Solve for x. 4x plus 2 equals 50. David.
X equals 12.
X equals 12 is correct for 5 points. Well done. All right, we are going to finish out with let's skirt the issue. Let's skirt the issue. Ballerina Marie Taglioni introduced the prototype of this skirt. Ballerina Marie Taglioni. Angela.
The tutu?
The tutu is correct for 1 point. Seems obvious at points where you don't want to buzz in because it seems too obvious, but sometimes it's the answer. Let's skirt the issue for 2 points. British designer Mary Quant, Quant, named this 60s skirt after her favorite car. British designer Mary Quant named this 60s skirt after her favorite car. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A car that hit the States, I think about 20 years ago, the Mini Cooper. It's the Mini Skirt. Mini Skirt. Let's skirt the issue. A crinoline, C-R-I-N-O-L-I-N-E, helped hold out this skirt that, despite its name, could be shaped like a bell, a cone, or a pyramid. A crinoline, C-R-I-N-O-L-I-N-E, helped hold out this skirt that, despite its name, could be shaped like a bell, a cone, or a pyramid. Jeff.
A hoop skirt?
That is correct for 3 points, a hoop skirt. Let's skirt the issue for you impressed your team on that one, Jeff. There was lots of...
And the word is crinoline.
Crinoline? It's an I.
Crinoline.
Let's get out of here. There's an I there. It's not an E.
I'm from New Jersey. We say crinoline.
So am I. I don't say crinoline.
You obviously can't read.
Let's skirt the issue for 4 points. This full skirt, popular in the 50s, was named for the pooch that was a pleat. Oh, David?
Poodle skirt.
Poodle skirt is correct for 4 points. Let's skirt the issue for 5 points. This old-timey skirt gets its name because of the extreme tapering at the ankle that makes it hard to walk in. This old-timey skirt gets its name because of the extreme tapering at the ankle that makes it hard to walk in? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Had never heard of this before. The hobble skirt. The hobble skirt. All right, we are
obviously no longer popular because you can't walk.
exactly right. All right, we are at our midway point. It's 12-11. Obviously, a close match. I'm just going to close my door so I don't have to listen to the low mowers. Give me a second.
Yeah, Charles would be a good time to sub in for me, actually.
That is much
If you're
better.
still on.
We are going to take a quick break here to introduce everybody. So, Charles, if you want to jump in. Henry, before you go, we're trying to get everyone to know each other. Introduce yourself and what you do here at Kaplan.
Yeah, my name is Henry. I am a product marketing specialist. I help manage our product strategy behind our advanced designation lines and our Swazer brand.
Excellent. Drew, you're up next.
I am a front-end developer in the marketing department, and I help work on the 25 non-retail sites that Kaplan organizes.
Bless you for being on all of those websites. Brian.
I'm Brian Kicker. I'm a senior marketing manager of web. I'm on the engagement team and manage our e-commerce and microsites from the legacy KP division.
All right, Caitlin.
I'm Caitlin. I work in financial aid, Purdue University Global.
Great. Jeff.
My name is Jeff Voss. I'm a copywriter. I work on a little bit of everything. I have some focus on the legacy KP products and just celebrated my 15-year anniversary.
Congrats.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Angela.
I'm Angela, and I do financial aid for Purdue Global as well.
Fantastic.
With the
David?
Indy campus.
Oh, awesome.
And I also do financial aid for Purdue Global as well.
How we know each other.
I was sensing a theme there. Charles?
I'm a front-end web developer for Kaplan,
Excellent.
Professional Legacy.
Dan Stravard, Senior Manager, Corporate Communications, and Kathleen?
Kathleen, Senior Manager, Corporate Communications, work with Dan.
You see a trend there as well. All right, we go back to pub trivia. Again, these are now worth 6 points. 6 points apiece. 6 points here. 2 buzzes per set of 5.
Let's just have Charles test his buzzer.
Charles, give us a test buzz. Thank you. All right, here we go. A liger is an animal that results from the crossbreeding of a tiger and a what? Jeff.
A lion.
A lion is correct. Peddled by a charismatic infomercial pitchman, the ShamWow is primarily used for what task? Peddled by a charismatic infomercial pitchman, the ShamWow is primarily used. David?
Cleaning up spills.
That is correct. He has to be on some sort of drugs, right? There has to be some, okay. There's. All right.
Should look into his criminal arrest records after the commercials.
That's right. In the Pulitzer Prize winning novel, The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay, who are Cavalier and Clay? In the Pulitzer Prize winning novel, The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay, who are Cavalier and Clay? I'll make a clarification. What jobs do they have is what the question is asking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are comic book artists. Comic book artists. A likely expert on the Loch Ness Monster and the, I hate this word, abominable snowman, can never say it correctly. A cryptozoologist studies what? A likely expert, David.
Is it cryptids?
That's close. I think I'm going to accept it because that's another word. Legendary creatures. So cryptics are referred to as legendary creepers. Creatures, not creepers. Different story altogether. So I will award 6 points there. Legendary creatures, what is here, but cryptics has been referred to in the same. All right, 6 points for the next one. Peg's Law is a helpful mnemonic for remembering the names of the 7 what? Peg's Law is a helpful mnemonic for remembering the names of the 7 what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I assume everyone tried to name every 7 dwarf there quickly to see if that was the answer. It's in fact the 7 deadly sins. 7 deadly sins. All right, next set of 5. In the quality inspection process known as candling, what food is held to a bright light? In the quality inspection process known as candling, what food is held to a bright light? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had no idea this existed. Eggs. Eggs are held to a bright light. A local seafood joint called the Crab Shack was a frequent setting on what TV sitcom? A local seafood joint called the Crab Shack was a frequent setting on what TV sitcom? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My name is Earl. My name is Earl. People traveling abroad often use GSM cell phones that use what system of mobile communications? People traveling abroad often use GSM cell phones that use what system for mobile communications? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Traveling abroad. G in GSM stands for global. Global. Up next. In the Republican Party abbreviation GOP, the G stands for what? David.
Grand.
Grand Old Party is correct. All right. One more in this set. I have to skip. All right. Up next. People who are getting x-rays taken commonly wear protective bibs containing what metal? People who are getting... Drew.
Lead.
Lead is correct for 6 points. On to our last set of 5 for pub trivia. Close match still. Plenty of points still to be had. In the Schoolhouse Rock cartoon Conjunction Function, individual words are portrayed on what? Jeff.
A train.
A train. Train cars is correct for 6 points. Next question up. A lover of red meat and weaponry, Ron Swanson is Leslie Knope's mustachioed boss on what popular sitcom? David.
Parks and Recreation.
That is correct for 6 points. People who are cyberchondriacs obsessively use the internet to hunt for what? People who are cyberchondriacs obsessively use the internet to hunt for what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Medical information. Medical information. Let's see. That's 2, 3. So fourth. In the song Folsom Prison Blues, Johnny Cash claims, I shot a man in Reno for what callous reason? Jeff.
Just to watch him die.
That is correct for 6 points. Final clue, final question, pub trivia. People who generate their own electricity or go without are said to live how? David.
Off the grid.
Off the grid is correct for 6 points. Very close match. Back and forth we go. We now have 3 Jeopardy categories. These will go 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 in points. Remember, 2 buzzes per category. You buzz in a third time, that'll be considered an incorrect answer. I will try to remind you when you've buzzed in twice already. First category. Movie monsters. Movie monsters is our first category. For 2 points. As Anne Darrow, Fay Wray got up close and personal with this 8th wonder of the world. Jeff.
King Kong.
King Kong is correct for 2 points. Movie monsters for 4 points. On screen over the years, he's fought the likes of Mothra, Megalon, and David.
Godzilla.
Godzilla is correct for 4 points. Movie monsters for 6. Possessing advanced weaponry and technology, this extraterrestrial hunter is also known as David.
Predator.
Predator is correct. That's 2 buzzes for you, so you're out for the rest of this category. It's also known as Yautja. I've never watched the Predator movies. Yautja. Movie monsters for 8 points. Renee Zellweger was in a 1994 film of this horror series that features a cannibalistic psychopath named Leatherface. Renee Zellweger was in a 1994 film of this horror series that features a... Drew.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That is correct for 8 points. Well done. Back and forth we go. Movie Monsters, 10 points. Based on a 1960 Hugo Award-winning novel, this movie starred Casper Van Dien and Denise Richards as soldiers fighting insect-like aliens. Based on a 1960 Hugo Award-winning novel, this movie starred Casper Van Dien and Denise Richards as soldiers fighting insect-like aliens. Drew.
Starship Trooper.
That is correct for 10 points. Triple
Nice.
stumper on the show. Triple stumper on the show. So nobody got it right. And Endangered Species, you just took the lead with 2 categories to go. 55-52 the score. It has 3 eyes. The letter I is in quotation marks. So it has 3 eyes. The letter I is in quotation marks. Typically on Jeopardy, that means it is involved in the answer. All right, for 2 points. It means non-military. It means non-military. David.
Civilian.
Civilian is correct for 2 points. It has 3 eyes for 4 points. Old Dominion state named for a monarch who died in 1603. Old Dominion state named for a monarch who died in 1603. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Virginia. Virginia. It has 3 eyes. The commencement of fuel combustion. The commencement of fuel combustion. Caitlin? I can see you're saying the right word. I cannot hear it. Can you unmute?
I'm sorry,
Nope.
ignition.
Ignition is correct for 6 points. 60-55. It has 3 eyes. I have to go to a surprise substitution as this is a visual clue. So I go over to old names on the map. Old names on the map. What was once the protectorate of Bechuanaland is now this African country that also starts with a B. What was once the protectorate of David?
Botswana.
Botswana is correct. I don't think I pronounced Bechuanaland correct, but I came close. You got it right. That is worth 8 points. We go back to it has 3 eyes for 10 points. Used in platinum alloys, it's the element whose symbol is IR. Used in platinum alloys, it's the element whose symbol is IR. 5, 4. Angela.
Is it iodine?
Iodine is incorrect. That's minus 10 points. We pass it over to Endangered Species for a potential steal.
Iridium.
Iridium. That's what I was thinking.
Too.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Go
read it
for
one more
that.
time?
3 eyes in it.
Yeah. Somebody try to spell that out. You're the copywriter, Jeff.
Yeah,
Three eyes. I don't know if it's really an element.
Yeah.
go for it.
Go for it.
Iridium, final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is correct. 10 points, a 20-point swing. Iridium, the correct
Well done.
answer.
Good job.
All right, we end with questions and answers. Questions and answers. Still plenty of points on the board. 7-point match here as we roll on. Also, good to know, remember, point differential does matter. Even if you happen to lose the match, keeping it close will matter as we move towards the playoffs later on this summer, sometime in 2022, whenever that happens. Questions and answers. 2 points. 1992's second presidential debate was the first in the format named for this type of meeting. Voters got Charles.
Sorry, town hall.
Town hall is correct. You don't have to apologize. You knew it. You buzzed in. 2 points. Good to go. Questions and answers. This device used by police and in job screening was co-invented by Leonard Keeler, a model for... David?
Polygraph.
Polygraph or lie detector test is correct. Good for 4 points. Question and answers for 6 points. Currently a 5-point match. For 6. It was Army lawyer Joseph Welch who on June 9th, 1954 asked this senator, "Have you no sense of decency?" It was Army lawyer Joseph Welch who on June 9th, 1954 asked this senator, David?
Joe McCarthy.
McCarthy is correct for 6 points. You have now buzzed twice in this category. You are out, but low-key winners is in the lead, 68-67, 18 points still available on the board. Questions and answers, 8 points. North Dakota law says a witness must be asked, quote, "Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth?" But this word may replace swear. North Dakota law says a witness must be asked, quote, "Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth?" Jeff.
Promise.
Promise is incorrect. Minus 8 points. Pass it over to low-key winners. Questions and answers, 8 points. North Dakota law says a witness must be asked, "Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth?" But this word may replace swear.
Probably something super polite.
I have no idea.
Or not true. I'm so sorry, David. I don't know what's wrong with me. Do you guys know?
I say we just pass.
All right.
I don't know.
Pass?
Pass.
Confirming the pass. Affirm.
Pass.
Affirm is the answer. I affirm. All right, 10 points here. Questions and answers. An early quiz show, Dr. IQ gave these, perhaps the Morgan or Pierce types, to audience members who answered correctly. An early quiz show, Dr. IQ gave these, perhaps the Morgan or Pierce types, to audience members who answer correctly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A triple stumper on Jeopardy itself. The answer is silver dollars. Silver dollars. That concludes our match. 68-59. Low-key winners take the victory, but a 9-point loss will actually be a good thing in the long run because your point differential is lower than some of the other losses that we've seen thus far. So hopefully that helps you make the playoffs as well. Great job by everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll have another match later today at 4 p.m. and future matches for each team moving forward. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.